How does that sound? Hopefully it sounds pretty good. Hopefully it's not echoey. Okay. Let me get situated. Hang on. Don't need to be in a rush. Okay, what's up? Welcome to the Hidden Podcast. I feel like I always have to explain this every time I do a podcast. This is the Hidden Podcast. It is called the Hidden Podcast because I don't tell anybody about it, because it's kind of weird to have a podcast when you're no one. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about why I have a podcast again. It's kind of to see, like, for me to go back and be like, oh yeah, that's where I was at in life at this time. So I could, it's kind of like my YouTube videos too. Like, for example, the RV video. If I didn't have the videos to go along with the RV video, I would have just spent $2,600 on an RV, went on a trip, had some good times, had some bad times, and would have forgot about it. But because I had the videos to go along with it, I could watch back and say, oh, look, that was a really fun time, actually. And I'm glad I did that. For some reason, I feel like I'm out of breath right now. I don't know why I can't talk or whatever. So I thought in today's episode, I could talk to you about just where I'm at in life. So if in the future I could like look back at this and be like, oh wow, I've really changed. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, me in the future, if you're watching this. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know what to say about that. That just got really lame really quickly. Anyway, I thought a good topic for... Oh, let me address... I'm sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. Let me address this really quick. I'm in my closet right now because, one, the audio is probably a little bit better in here. I can, kind of control the environment. And two, I didn't really want my roommates to hear me, doing a podcast or whatever. I want to be free to just say whatever the hell I want to say. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit more comfortable right now anyway. You feel that? It's comfort in the air. So anyway, I thought that a good topic for today would be politics. Did I say way too many times? Getting back on the track. So the election was like a week ago, and I was not correctly registered to vote. I was registered to vote at my mom and dad's house, and I didn't realize that when I changed my ID over to my new house that they didn't change my registry of voters. And I've never really been one to do politics. I've always just kind of like sat behind and said, somebody else will do it. Somebody else will take care of it. And so this was the first election I was actually prepared. I had, looked at the ballot before going voting. I knew what was on it. And I, did some digging. I did some research, and I was into it. And then I got kind of bummed when I figured out that I wasn't properly registered to vote and didn't even go try to vote. So to make up for this, I think the next election around, I want to make a video detailing out all the candidates and all the amendments or whatever, and just giving a non-bias, just, hey, this is who this guy is. This is what he represents. This is his party. This is his wife or whatever. He seems like a nice guy. I can't say he's going to be a dickhead because that would be bias. But I thought that'd be kind of cool. I voted in the 2016 election. It was my first time ever voting. I didn't vote for Trump. Voted for Hillary, which I'm not really proud of. But this is the Hidden Podcast. I can say whatever I want to say. At the time, though, everyone around me was voting for Trump. I had a girlfriend at the time. She voted, and I didn't even tell her that I voted for Hillary, because it's like, you seem pretty stuck in your ways. I'm not even going to tell you. And that's what I think the problem with politics is people get very stuck in their ways. They don't vote for who they think is the best candidate. Well, I guess they do. I don't know. Seems like Trump's just like, I don't really know the politics behind things, right? I don't know what he's done good or what's bad, but I know his attitude and the way he treats people is pretty shitty. I don't feel like he's a good person to represent our country. You know what I mean? Like, all politics and shit aside, like, he's kind of a dickhead. But that's here and over there, whatever. I don't really want to just get into all that hoopla and whatever, mishmash. That's not even a word. I just made it up. This is going to be a long, long podcast, y'all, so strap the hell in. I thought, maybe we could talk about deeper things, too. When I was conceiving this idea of doing a podcast solo in the shower just now, I was like, I could talk about this, and I could talk about this, and that. And then when you get to it, you're like, I don't know. I like kids, man. I do. I don't know if I would want one at this exact moment. I'm 24 right now. That just seems like a lot of responsibility. I don't even want a dog, let alone a little thing that can talk back, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the problem with people our age in dogs is that they don't know how to discipline or train a dog. These people should not have children either. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people that have children at a young age are very mature and they figure it out quick. They know what's right and what's wrong, and they're like, okay, I'm on my shit now. But that being said, I do not like majority of dogs that I encounter. I don't like barking. I don't like excessive licking. I don't like if you're like a big dog and you're like jumping all over me. Hate that. I don't like smelly dogs. I don't like ugly dogs. When I was like 16 or so, I was dating this girl and we started fostering dogs together. We would go and grab a dog from the animal shelter and get it adopted. And during that time, after picking up a lot of shit on the floor, dealing with a lot of dogs, I pick up on what I don't like about a dog very quickly. And I could probably tell you from photos if I like your dog or not. I made a list the other day. There is 6 dogs that I like. 6. 3 of them are mine. And I don't know, it just takes a lot for me to like a dog. You kind of have to have that relationship with it, and some dogs do it for me and some dogs just simply do not. A lot of dogs do not. I used to live in this house with my friends, my 2 best friends growing up. Each of them had a dog. One was a collie, and this dog was aesthetically pleasing. Right? It's got really long, gorgeous hair. But the issues with this, or that dog, was that you had to constantly brush him. He was shedding like a mofo. The other dog in the house shed really bad too. And I was the only one with the broom in my hand. Issue. This dog also liked to bark. He pulled on the leash. He was an okay dog. It was fine. Whatever. The other dog was an Australian Shepherd. And I always had a beef with this dog. It started as kind of a joke when I was like, I don't know, 15 years old. I had this cell phone that fell out of my pocket at a friend's house, and the dog like chewed it up or whatever. And I was like, how could you? That was my cell phone or whatever. And I just always had beef with the dog. But that dog was smart. And what I meant by that is, if I had something on a high place that was food or something like that, that dog would figure out a way to climb up there and eat my shit. And then I would get pissed. It's my shit. Don't be eating my shit. You know what I mean? And other than that, it probably wasn't a bad dog. It's really old now. I feel kind of bad for it. And that's... Oh, my God. Dustin's probably listening to this. I'm not going to talk shit on this dog. And then there's Charlie, my dog. We found him in the ditch. I think I like him so much because when he was a puppy, he was really fucking cute. And I developed this bond with the dog, you know? It's like, oh, that's my dog, you know what I mean? Oh my God. And you get these really white people voices that are really high and they're petting all over it and let them lick their face and doing weird shit. That's me and this dog. I just always had that bond with this dog. And this dog, by no means, is really a great dog. Here are his issues. He runs away, right? So like when you open the door, he'll boom out the door, which wouldn't be a huge deal if he didn't bark at everyone. So like he'll get out and fucking start terrorizing the neighborhood. He's bitten several like little girls, which is terrible, and I feel bad about it, but at the same time, that's my dog, you know? In like the gangster form and the physical aspect of being a canine. Canine, yeah, that's right. And so, yeah. This is just kind of getting, I feel like this podcast is going how most of my videos go, which is like jump here and then jump here and then jump here. It's kind of how my brain works, to be honest. Maybe this is just me thinking out loud. And it's kind of a therapeutic kind of thing for me to do too. Just sit here in my closet and talk to myself. How weird is that conceptually? You know, if I wasn't recording myself, I mean, maybe it's weirder that I am recording myself. I think it's less weird, but you know, that's how this is going. You know, if I were to go back when I was like 16 and tell myself, hey, one day you're just going to sit in your closet and you're going to talk to a camera and speak into a microphone, I'd be like, okay, that's a little weird. I never thought that I would have a desk job as a kid either. Like in high school, I was like, psh, I am hyperactive as hell. I'm not going to sit behind a desk for 10 hours for 4 days a week. You know what I mean? I never thought I would have the patience for that. But it's really not that bad. I've been out there for 4 years now. I like working there. I like the people. Most of the people. I kind of hate some of the people there. I like the hours. I like working 4 10-hour days. Holidays great. The pay is pretty good. I wouldn't say that I'm great at it. There's a lot of things that I fall short on. I do some goofing off, you know. I'm not the best at it. Like, put it this way, I wouldn't do that job for fun. But it is a job that I have that allows me to do the fun things that I want to do. So that's why I keep it instead of trying to pursue other things. The other day I did get tipped off that I should put in for this job. And it's a job at Breck, the place that I used to work for. And it would be overseeing the skate park and a few other little facilities or whatever. that would be something that I would like to do. Um, I think it would pay less than what I've got now, which is kind of concerning, and it would be my hours would be more spread out. I don't think I could do as many fun things on the weekends as I want to do. Really, what I want to do is make YouTube videos and just have fun with my friends. So I think the job that I have right now is the best way for me to do that. And also, like, I could move up in the future if I did good. You know, if I got on top of my shit, I could ask for a raise, but I'm not on my shit. And if I was, it'd be a lot easier and things would be better, but I don't know, it's tough to get on your shit. There's a lot of things that encompass that job. So, that's kind of where work is. Now, going back to what I want to do, right now, like, the past couple of weeks, I've really wanted to get a Sprinter van, like a cargo van, and I've wanted to modify it to put a bed in the back and travel the country. Now, the issues that I foresee with this is buying the van, which is $20,000. I'd have to get a loan on it, be, I don't know, $300 or $400 a month, and then I have to pay full coverage insurance, which would be like 150 to no, it was like $200 I got quoted, which kind of sucks. And then I gotta pay for gas to get everywhere. And so I don't know, it would be fun, but just be kind of pricey. And also, if I did all that, I'd have to sell my truck because I couldn't afford insurance on the truck and the van. I mean, I probably could, but I wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? So I'd have to daily drive the van, and I can't imagine going to pick a girl up on a date in a van. You know what I mean? That's a little weird. Maybe it's cool. Maybe she'd be into it. She'd be like, "Hey, what's up? What's good?" You know? That's kind of the girl I would like to take on a date. But I don't know. So recently, like in the past couple of days, I have gone back to the pipe dream of getting an RV. I want to get a Toyota, like 80s Toyota RV. They look like shit. They don't look terrible, but they look like shit. The gas mileage on them, you get 16 miles to the gallon. So if I could get that, I could, travel far efficiently. Insurance on one of those bad boys is like fucking $200 a year, which is tight and affordable. So if I could pick one up for, I don't know, $7,000-ish, I would be stoked on that. And then I could sell my motorcycle and just, hit the road Thursday night, come back Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? Just a little quick trip every weekend. And I think that'll be really fun for making videos, memories, and good times. Because I like trips like that. That's what the Winnebago trip was. Rest in peace to the old Winnebago. You can go back and watch those videos linked in my channel. We'll link them in the description if you want to go watch those. Probably won't. I probably won't even review this. I'm not. The last podcast I did not review it at all. Straight exported it. I'm about to upload it to YouTube tonight. So that's what's up. Another thing, it's about 9:30. I should be going to bed right now. But tomorrow, let me back it up. I went and got my blood work done about a week ago. And they called me today and they said, you need more vitamin D, first of all. So I got to get the D. He said just get like pills or whatever. And then He said I have a high red blood cell count. I don't really know what that means, but I have to go in tomorrow morning at 7:30 to get more blood drawn, and they're doing a ultrasound on my liver or something like that. So I'm like, I'll just stay up a little bit longer and record a little podcast just because I want to and talk in a high voice. So I don't really know what that means. The reason I went and got my blood work done is because my dad had just been like on my ass for 3 or 4 years. He's like, go get your blood work, because he had a heart attack when he was in his like late 30s, early 40s, something like that. So, high blood pressure and all that runs in the family. Sucks. Lately, I have been making an effort to eat healthier. I for the most part cut out fried food. I need to stop drinking energy drinks. Probably not good for me. And I try to get like grilled chicken. I try to eat more vegetables, I'm really making a conscious effort to be a healthy boy. I need to exercise more. I ride my bike a good bit. Lately I've been riding my bike like, I don't know, 5 times a week. Like short sessions, but still, like, I'm getting exercise. I signed up for a 10K in December, and I ran maybe 5 times in the past, I don't know. Point is, I have to run 10K in a month or two, and I'm not prepared at all. So, really, I should be running right now. It's freezing outside. It's like 30-something degrees. I should go rat the pipes. Not going to. Just gonna breathe for a second. You ever recorded a podcast and you just can't even breathe? I have. Now. Something I do, I've realized, is like, I'll put my mind on something and I'll do it. Like, well, for things that I want. For example, like this camera right here, put my mind on it, got it. This computer, put my mind on it, got it. Motorcycle, little motorcycle, RV. Like, once it's in my head, I start looking for one and I'll get it. The thing that didn't happen with was the jet ski, and I wish it did, because I want a jet ski, damn it. Can you frown on a jet ski? No. Let me tell this little story. I went and looked at one day, and so I had, I think, $1,200 in my glove compartment, because I was just going to straight up buy it with cash. I left my truck unlocked one night, and then somebody stole $1,200 from me. That sucked. But I didn't throw a pity party, didn't put it on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or whatever, because I was just like, fuck it, it's gone. I'm not getting it back. So that's kind of where the jet ski funding went. Like, I could have got one after that, but I was just kind of like, we're really going to dish out this much money for a jet ski? Which I should have. It would have been a summer of fun. I really wanted to get 2 jet skis, so you and your boys and or girls can party on jet skis. But, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you lose jet skis. Things that I want to do in the future. Good topic. I want to get an RV so I can do some traveling, but what I want to do is I want to go snowboarding this year. And the thing about snowboarding is it's expensive. And I don't want to do it alone. So I thought if I had an RV, I could convince some people to come with me and we could go and snowboard and have a really good time. Maybe I'll get to go with my other friends. I don't know. I want to do that this year again, though, because I love that shit. I also want to go on a bunch of surf trips. Trying to go to the East Coast as much as possible. And I even want to try to get out to the West Coast this next summer sometime. I think I might try to get a wetsuit and go sometime soon to the East. Maybe go hang out with my friend Hobbs. Let me switch this. Let me hit the record button again. Okay. So, surfing, snowboarding. I'd like to go to Oregon in the summertime and ride bikes at those big ass bowls they have. Colorado, which would also be fun. I think a cruise would be okay. I think it'd be fun. I'd like to do some more wakeboarding in the summertime comes around. I don't know. I just kind of want to travel a bunch. It's kind of what's on my mind. It's kind of itching to go and just see the world a little bit, or see the United States. I guess I could get my passport and go see the world a little bit, but I don't really have. All my friends are fucking poor, and I can't travel and shit, which kind of sucks. I kind of want to expand my friends group a little bit, just to I don't know, have more people to hang out with. Sometimes I feel like when you do that, you kind of dilute your friends a little bit and you become less good friends with everyone. So sometimes it's good to have a small friends group, but I don't know. And it'd be nice to reconnect with some people too. But that's just me rambling on about nothing. Yeah, but this is a podcast. It's whatever. I don't want to say I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I really like Cody Ko's podcast. That's the tangent I want to have about that. That's it, just like his podcast. Just gonna bounce and bounce and bounce around and just talk about whatever I want. Like, for example, on my desktop right now, there's a moon. You don't care about the moon. What do you care about? What do you want to know about me? How do we transition into a new topic? What do I like to do? I like to make videos. I like to ride my bike. I don't like to cook, but I want to learn how to cook. I want to hang out with friends. I want to hang out with girls. Kind of starting to miss that. It's been a little while since I've had a little fling going. I just don't know where to meet people. You know what I mean? Do you? Viewer? Where are the girls at? That's what I want to know. If I could start conversations with single, pretty girls, I don't know. Sometimes I bomb, and sometimes I'm like, oh, hey, this is going fine. Maybe I'm going insane. Not the girls thing, just in general. I mean, I'm in a closet talking to myself right now. Is that helping me? Oh, do you guys ever have conversations with yourself? I'm having one with myself right now. But I have had these in the past. Usually in high stress situations. I've actually found myself talking to myself in the work truck a lot in the past when I've had issues. Whether it would be girlfriend issues or friend issues or whatever. When I would go to drop people off at the gate and I'd have this little me time. when I would drive back to my office, and I'd say, things are going to get better. Right now, you're not having a good time, but we're going to overcome this, Ryan. Just chill out. And then sometimes I'll even tell myself jokes, and I will laugh at my own jokes harder than, I don't know, very hard. And it's weird, but it's it's calming. I know what I like, I guess. And I'm good at talking to myself. I feel like anybody would be good at talking to me about things in stressful situations if they got me talking about them. I need somebody there. I need a rock. Somebody to hear my shit and just absorb it and, just say, yeah, that's right or that's wrong or whatever you got going on. And I like to hear people's shit too. I like to help people. I mean, if you're overly complaining, just chill out a bit. But if you got some shit going on in your life, tell me about this bitch or that dickhead. Yeah, I'll listen to you. Hopefully I can provide some good banter. But yeah, I'd like a rock in my life. It's one that's there. I mean, I have good relationships with people. Things are good right now. Am I happy? I don't know. I think for the most part, yeah. But there's this little emptiness I feel. And I can't quite pinpoint where it comes from. But for the most part, I have my health. Everyone around me is in pretty good condition at the moment. Family's great. I need to hang out with them more. Hung out with my mom recently. We went to a just a little house sale. Hung out for a while. We had a good time. And she was in one of my videos. I think she'll be excited to watch that one. I don't know. I feel like she would have commented on it if she had seen it, but I guess she probably hasn't seen it yet. It went live on Monday and it's Wednesday, so I'm sure she'll text me and be like, oh my god, I love the video. And I'll be like, me too. I fucked with it. I honestly, when I was making videos daily, every time I post one, I go, okay, this is my new favorite video. This is my new favorite video. And when I go back and watch some of those, I was like, yeah, that is a really fun video. I like that one a lot. And some of the stuff I've posted recently, I'll get kind of bored of it. I'm like, this isn't my best work. But I don't know. I like a lot of my videos though. The majority of them, I'm like, yeah, love it. And I go back and I watch them all. And I'm excited to do that in the future too. Just I don't know, see what I was up to in the past. Hopefully, still having a good time in the future. Maybe there'll be different challenges, different things to do. It'd be cool to be still making videos. I hope so. But maybe not. Your interest has changed. One thing that's never changed for me, though, is BMX. I've always loved riding my bike. So that's been a long-lasting thing. What have I used to have been in and I'm not into now? I didn't even want to say it. I was into video games because I used to play them for a little bit, but I've never really been much of a video game player. So maybe I do stick to the shit that I like. And I like making videos. Maybe I'll just keep making videos. Yeah, I really can't think of things that I used to be into. Oh, you know what I used to be into? Drones. I fucking loved playing with drones. And I guess I still kind of would if I could have a working one. But really, I'm just like, me. Drones really aren't for me anymore. I bought, like, when I got into the droning era, I like buy one, and then I like buy a little bit better one, and then I buy a little bit better one, and I buy a little bit better one, and then I bought the best one. And when I had the best one, I was like, okay, I'm kind of fucking bored of this. Like, I made better videos on my piece of shit drone than I ever did on the fucking Cadillac of drones. And I sold it, got out of it. I'm not so much into it anymore. You know what I did that too? When I was a kid, I might have been 10 years old. Beyblades were a thing. Beyblades are like the spinning top game that you play. And I remember I was so into it, and I ordered a Beyblade off of the internet. And back then, when you order something off the internet, it took a month to come in. And when you're a kid, a month feels like an eternity. But by the time that this toy had come in, and I had the best, I was like, I'm not really into this anymore. Kind of moved on from spinning top games. So, is that how drones kind of feel the same way for me? Mm-hmm. Would still like to do it. Kinda. Racing drones always sound fun to me, and I have one, but I don't know. That's one thing. Another thing. You know how my transitions just go woo, 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 woo. Adam LZ is this kid that is a YouTuber. He has like 2 million subscribers on YouTube. He used to be a BMX kid. That's kind of how I know him. Also have friends that are friends with him. But poor guy, he got married, got married too early, realized that, once you have a certain amount of time with a person, you're kind of like, oh, fuck this. And he is getting a divorce. So he started to grow a mustache. And I created a Twitter account for his mustache. I tweeted out a couple tweets, and he saw one of them, retweeted it, and I fucking blew up on there. I had like 600 followers in 2 or 3 days. I was stoking. So I think I'm going to use that account to like blast out my YouTube videos so I can get more views on them. Yeah. I was thinking about that today. I dated this one girl for 3 years. And she still works at the plant with me. I haven't seen her. I saw her one time, actually. Saw her one time. Hey, how you doing? I'm busy. I'm going to go do my shit. I never saw her again. She still works out there. And I was thinking, breaking up with her was probably one of the better decisions I've ever made. A lot of people are like, oh man, we really liked her. We really miss her. But really, I was very complacent. And after breaking up with her, I started making YouTube videos, started, going out and having more fun. And, I miss our family more than I probably miss her, but that's enough ex-girlfriend talk for this podcast. We should wrap it up with something strong. We need a good ender for this. Something to really bring it home. You know what I mean? Red microphone. Why am I in a closet? Why am I where I am? I just have like a really deep ending to this. I watched I saw this kid, he like posted a YouTube video the other day, like an hour long. And I like what he's put out before. But he uploaded a podcast to his main channel, and I was like, all right, let's look at it. So I'm looking at it, and I skipped to like the middle of it, and he's like crying with emotion. And I'm just like, this would probably be better if you developed to this, but when you jump straight to somebody crying, you're just like, not really going to watch this. This is going to be weird. So I didn't watch it. Also, I dragged my computer into this little closet too. I hope the audio sounds good. Hopefully I can figure all this out. I don't know. I just wanted to come in here and talk to myself for a little while and be kind of, just get a little therapy under my belt. Just talk to myself a little bit. I think what I'm going to do now is go and sleep because I enjoy doing that. So if you're watching this, future me, what's good? This is like the time hop of videos. If you're anybody else, sorry I had to sit through that. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.